Hi everyone. Question I want you to ask yourself today is, do you think you're enabling your grown child? So a lot of people have varying opinions of what enabling is, and today I want to dive into that. So for those of you that are new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Sally Harris, and I am a mom that believes that every mom deserves a support system during this difficult time that you're going through. And I walked a difficult road with my own daughter for over 10 years, and while her life was spiraling out of control, mine did the same, and it doesn't have to be that way. And so I get to help moms with tips and tricks and coaching to help them not take the same path that I did. So let's dive in. Question, are you enabling your grown child? I want to read a definition to you, the dictionary definition. The term enabler generally describes someone whose behavior allows a loved one to continue self-destructive patterns of behavior. So we all say, well, maybe it's not enabling, maybe it's just helping. And, it's really comes down to, if you look at the big picture and say, okay, helping someone who is able and willing to help themselves. They're working, or at least they're attempting to do that. They're in school, whatever the case may be. If someone is attempting or, taking care of themselves and you want to help out, 100%. I agree with that. We all do that for our kids. But when we prioritize our loved ones over our own needs, that's enabling. So that was number one. So prioritizing their needs over our own. Number two is setting weak boundaries, because, setting weak boundaries for ourselves allows overstep from our children, right? Or anyone for that matter, but in this case, our kids. So setting those weak boundaries, and it really does allow for those oversteps, because we have no, if you look at it like a fence, a boundary, like we have no protection over ourselves. Because I think you all know, like if you give, people expect that. So how do you pull back on that? And that's a transition, right? That's another conversation. But really looking at, okay, if I am an enabler, am I doing these things? Am I prioritizing them over myself? Am I setting weak boundaries for myself so that they can come back for more? But yet a lot of moms will still complain that they're doing XYZ for their children, grown children. Because I think it's mostly because they know that they're really not helping, they're enabling. We're preventing them from allowing to see what they can do on their own. And many kids, they take it for granted, but in their defense, if that's what they've known and everything has been handed to them, they don't understand the difference, right? So you're going to have to teach them what that's going to look like. Another one, number three, is we make excuses for their behavior when they do come at us and wanting more. And then we make excuses. Well, they didn't get the job. They couldn't find a job. They didn't mean to disrespect me. So we're talking about volatile relationships and just having all of that enabling piece. Another one is that I see a lot is moms who are draining their own savings to help their children. And there has to be a defined separation in between, like, what do you need for your own life to survive? I firmly understand some of you are, on a budget, right? You have to take care of your own four walls. In the financial world, the four walls, the priorities for your own life before you take care of someone else. It doesn't mean you don't help them if you can. But you know what? There are ways that they can get other help. I think as moms, we tend to think if we don't give them what they want, they're going to leave. But our children and everyone, we need to understand that we are not the end all be all. It's not our responsibility to pay their car payment. It's not our responsibility to pay their cell phone bill or their car insurance or their rent. I know a lot of you, I've talked to a lot of you, and I know the amount of money that you're pouring out for your kids. And whether it's an issue with finances, maybe you're abundantly blessed and it's not that it's like draining for you. That doesn't matter. In my opinion, you're still not doing your kids a favor. They are not learning the value of a dollar, which is why they keep coming back for more. And then you get upset because they ask. That's all they know, right? So really learning to cut back on the enablement. And for those of you that I've coached with, some of you I've worked with you, and if there's an addiction involved, I 100% believe we need to cut it off, right? If, each situation's a little bit different. Sometimes we slowly wean them versus just cutting everything off, right? The situations are a little bit different, but it's super important that we really take a look at that, because you are not responsible for your grown child's choices and you're not responsible for their bills. If you are able to help and bless them and they are putting one foot in front of the other and they are making an effort and you are able, then amen to that. We can help our kids, right? 100%. But you and I both know in your own mind right now, if you're enabling. You may not want to admit it to me or to anyone else, but you know in your heart of hearts that you are, if that's you, if that's what your life looks like right now. But just remember, I'm a firm believer, just remember that when we enable our kids, we don't give them the opportunity for them to see what they are capable of. They don't know how to fly because we've never made them. Right? They don't know how to get off the ground and take care of themselves because we've always done it for them. So I encourage you, whether it's cutting the cord or a slow release, depending on the situation. If you're interested and you want some help with that, I'd be honored to help you. So if you're interested in any one-on-one coaching, you can click the link below for a discovery call, a 30-minute discovery call. We can talk about your situation and I can tell you more about how I can help you. And if you haven't seen already, I do have a new membership called Grit and Grace. We're going to be starting in July and it's going to be a monthly subscription. And we're going to have 2 hours of weekly group coaching every week. So I'm super excited about that. Very excited about that. It's going to be a whole new way of doing group coaching. And so if you're interested in that, just holler below. My email is down below as well, so you can contact me if you're interested. All right, I hope you have a good evening. Take care.